Hi, I'm Julie.
And I'm Danielle.
And we're EJami fans from Los Angeles, California. We decided we're going to use the letters of EJami to describe what we feel about them. So E is for exciting.
J is for jubilant.
A is for amazing.
M is for mind-blowing.
I is for intense. EJami just screams passion to us. Amazing chemistry.
Chemistry, chemistry, chemistry. One of my favorite scenes of EJami's is when EJ proposed to Sami with the fisherman's hat and fishing the ring out of the pier using the fishing pole. And the reason why is because it was just so heartfelt and warm, and he really showed her that he could come down to her level. Just a great scene.
And one of my favorite scenes, I have lots and lots of favorite scenes, but one of my favorite scenes is when Sami had just lost her grandpa and she was upset and he was comforting her in the apartment and she was crying and he just hugged her and took her into his arms and he didn't even have to say anything and she was able to calm down like on her own, and he was just so peaceful and such a tender and touching moment too.
And that's why we love EJami.
Hi, my name is Katie and I'm from BC, Canada. I've watched Days since May 2008. EJami to me is the perfect couple. Story potential beyond belief, chemistry that TV and movies dream for, and the perfect fit between EJ and Sami. It doesn't matter if they're fighting or kissing or hugging, slapping each other. I just love whatever they do. Without them even being a true couple, I can name so many moments that are classic. Like the tango, reading about their ancestors in the hospital, being locked in a sauna, EJ telling Sami he loved her in June 2010, both for their weddings, and that's just barely the surface of how amazing and complex this couple is. That's why I would love for Days to bring EJami back together, let the magic I've seen fully happen, and enjoy the show that I love again.
Hi, I'm Carrie, and I live in Houston. I've watched Days for over 3 decades, though I've pretty much stopped recently because it's just become too painful. The new teens say they're going to write real romance, and I'm thrilled because to me, EJ DiMera and Sami Brady epitomize the best of soap romance. He was raised by Stefano to be bad, but really he wants to be good. And she was raised by Marlena to be good, but sometimes she just has to be bad. Their families are enemies, and they didn't want to fall in love, but they just couldn't help themselves. It's Shakespearean, really, and the story potential to me is endless. But what really makes it work is the 2 actors. Allison Sweeney and James Scott have the kind of romantic chemistry that only comes along once in a decade, if you're lucky. Plus, the 2 actors really bring out each other's very best performances. It's must-see soap for me. And despite their flaws, EJ and Sami can also bring out the best in each other. When they're not driving each other crazy, EJ and Sami have had some of the most grown-up conversations I've ever seen on Days, and I love that. In the past few years, EJ and Sami have done one out-of-character, awful thing after another, and it's been painful to watch. I really hope the new writers understand the gold mine they have in this couple, because seeing EJ and Sami falling back in love would make Days a can't-miss show for me again.
This is Deborah. Okay, favorite EJ and Sami scene. There is no way I can pick this one, so it's a mighty good thing I can talk about. I grew up watching Days of Our Lives, and to me, 2 of the hallmarks of the show are its sense of family and its super couple. So when I say James and Allison have chemistry that meets or exceeds any of the couples I grew up rooting for, that says a heck of a lot. It ranges from scenes that were like soap standards, the couple getting stranded in a rainstorm in an abandoned house, to episodes that were wildly different. The shooter tries to convince her victim to forgive her a bullet to the brain and almost succeeding. Those episodes could have been so cheesy and so melodramatic, but they actually work. They actually work because of the chemistry and the talent of the actors involved. Sometimes the episode or the scene didn't really give them much dialogue and went to others. An example, when EJ regained consciousness after the shooting, there is a scene where Sami and her dad and Rafe are all in this hospital room, and EJ is trying to eat his Jell-O, and the cops are questioning him. Sami's not saying very much. EJ's not saying very much, but all the energy in the scene pretty much is the zings between James and Alex. It's just fun to watch. There's actually been bits of scenes where I don't think any dialogue was even used. The scene in the sauna room after they're rescued, they're both on gurneys, and the looks that pass between them, oh, it was just classic. It was so good. I'm a huge fan of the actors. I'm a fan of the characters. Have not been a fan of quite a few of the story twists in the past 5+ years. But I do hope the Days actually start to utilize what they have and use it wisely. Good luck with your reset, and hurry up September. Thank you. Bye-bye.